Hi y'all, it's Pam from Bell Book and Candle, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in America, 2019, and I was thinking about how a lot of people just save all their gratitude, all their Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving Day, and how living a practice of gratitude every single day can actually change your life. So we're going to talk about 7 reasons why gratitude is important to be having every single day. And first, why is it even important? There are just so many reasons that I've kind of narrowed it down to 7, but if you do any type of research at all about why gratitude is important, it will blow your mind, the things that gratitude can do for you. And so every single day we should be living in a state of thanksgiving, in a state of gratitude, because it's allowing you to live through life's ups and downs. And of course we know life isn't always wonderful. And in some schools of positivity, it's almost as if they're telling you that you should be living every day with a big smile on our face, big old fake smile, and everything is positive and everything's happy, and don't ever even acknowledge the negative around you. That is not what I believe. That is not how I practice my life. But I do know that even in the darkest times of your life, there's always something to be grateful for. And living in a state of gratitude through your life can really change your life in so many ways. What's interesting is there have been a lot of scientific research studies on the benefits of gratitude. Science tells us how important it is. So if you don't want to listen to me with my spirituality talk, why don't you just listen to science? You could look that up. So it's not just a matter of spirituality or positivity or woo-woo or anything else you want to call it. It is a matter of science. It changes our lives, and science has proved that. Unfortunately, only about 20% of Americans even think gratitude is positive and that it's constructive. So I hope that if you are not in that 20% already, that by the end of this video, listening to the things that gratitude will do for you, that you will see just how much gratitude can change your everyday life. So let's look at 7 reasons why you should be living a life of gratitude every single day and not waiting till Thanksgiving to practice gratitude. So number 1, you are going to be a happier person. Even 5 minutes a day writing in a gratitude journal of some sort will increase your happiness by 10%. This has been proven in a research study. So in 6 months' time of writing in a gratitude journal, just 5 minutes a day, they saw an increase, 10% overall. In just the first few weeks, there was a 2% jump. So imagine what your happiness level would get to if you went for a year, if you went for 5 years, a decade of practicing gratitude. That is amazing to think about. There was one study that showed that a daily gratitude journal increased optimism by 15%. These are big numbers. And why? Why does it increase optimism? Because when we practice gratitude, it creates a mood of thankfulness, like a spirit of gratitude around us. And that triggers a subconscious, positive, optimistic loop in our mind. And so as we find things to be grateful for, we see more things to be grateful for. And so it establishes this optimistic, positive trait around us. So it makes us more optimistic, more spiritual, less materialistic, less self-centered. It builds our self-worth, and that all equals more happiness. There is science to back that entire sentence, y'all. So number 2, gratitude makes us better humans. Of course, not everyone thinks that having people like you is very important, but when you practice gratitude daily, it allows us to be better humans, which then allows us to be more appreciative of our life, the world around us, our friends, our family, our job, our co-workers, our partners. We are more trusting. We are simply nicer people when we live in a state of gratitude. We deepen existing relationships and we're open to making new ones. And it truly can even improve your marriages by living in this daily state of gratitude. Number 3, gratitude will improve your health. Now that's a huge one, and there's been a lot of studies done on how gratitude will improve your health. So we're going to talk about research again. This is really incredible. In 2003, there was a study that found that keeping a gratitude journal, you're going to hear gratitude journal so much because it's such a powerful tool, but keeping a gratitude journal created 16% fewer physical symptoms in the body. 19% more time was spent exercising. 10% less physical pain. 8% more sleep, and 25% better sleep. How incredible are all those things just from keeping a gratitude journal? In 2005, a gratitude journal research study found that keeping one lowered the symptoms of depression by 30%, y'all. It can help you manage chronic pain, cope with illness, disease. You can recover quicker from surgery, medical procedures. It even affects your immune system. It lowers blood pressure. It affects your mental health positively. Some people even believe that gratitude will extend your life by months or even years. Why? Why does gratitude create all these wonderful things for our health and even extend our life? It's like tapping. I teach tapping to children, to adults. Tapping or emotional freedom technique is something that is very powerful. And what it does is it controls the stress hormones. And stress hormones will create havoc in our bodies. So if gratitude helps control those stress hormones, that is why scientifically it has been proven that it will create better health in your body. So number 4, a practice of gratitude can improve our career. So when we live in a spirit of thankfulness every single day, it lets you be a better manager. It increases your productivity. You get along better with your coworkers, which creates a better work environment. You're able to network better, and you can achieve your goals much easier. So living in this every day, and I'm not even talking about, you're going to, every single moment of every day living in gratitude. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking 3 to 5 minutes every day and just being thankful. Even if it's just 3 things that you name each day that you're grateful for. So I'm not talking about this massive commitment at all. So number 5, gratitude makes us more resilient. Now I am all about being resilient. That is something that I teach my clients, I teach classes on. Being resilient, being that tree that bends but does not break is very important to me. And I try to remind people about gratitude on an almost everyday basis. I feel like I'm talking about it, and that's why I decided to make this video. So gratitude allows us to focus on what is good in our life instead of the bad. And it also allows us to focus on the present moment and not what happened in the past or the unknown or the future. We live in the present, and we're not living in envy or jealousy about what other people have or what we don't have. We're focusing on the wonderful things that we can find in our life. So we're more relaxed, our emotions are more balanced, and this creates more resilient people. So 6, gratitude helps us build our spiritual lives. So if this is something that is important to you, thankfulness, true gratefulness as a daily practice is one of the first steps to create a deeper relationship with whatever the divine is to you. So however you define that, being grateful is going to be a great first step. If you are floundering and wondering, okay, I don't even know how to be on my spiritual path, I don't know how to be connected to the divine, start a daily practice of gratitude. Just write down 3 things you're grateful for every single day, and you will find that this helps you connect to the divine. It is the absolute foundation for your spiritual path, whatever that path might be. It will strengthen your faith in whatever it is that you believe in. And then finally, number 7, gratitude helps to reduce the fears in our life. Fears are things that really create blocks in every aspect of our life. It is very, very difficult to be grateful and fearful at the same time. So if you are establishing a practice of gratitude, which then in turn creates more gratitude around you, as we talked about earlier, that is leaving less time for you to be fearful. It's going to lower your fears every single day. One of the fears that most people deal with is the fear of the unknown. And the fear of the unknown is something that cripples people sometimes. So living in daily gratitude is going to allow you to not focus on this fear of the unknown and fear of not being able to have what you need. You're going to focus mindfully on the moment. So those are some really great reasons, I think, for starting a daily gratitude practice. And as we go into Thanksgiving, I want you to think about this. Are you somebody that saves all your gratitude for Thanksgiving Day or some other holiday that celebrates that? Or are you being grateful every single day? So here's some steps, some things that you can do. If you have heard these wonderful reasons and you say, yes, I need to do this. I need better sleep. I want to be more resilient. I want to go further on my spiritual path. These are some things you can do. First of all, start small. Don't take a huge bite of this. You got all the bites you can want to take tomorrow, that sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, and a turkey and ham. This is not where you take the big bite. You can start small, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes a day. When your eyes wake up in the morning, 3 things you're thankful for. As you lay in bed and you're drifting off, 3 things you're thankful for that day. If you want to do a gratitude journal, it doesn't have to be this formal, fancy journal. I have a journal here. And so this is an idea of something that you could use, something like this. Let's see if I'm even showing it here. So this is a fancy little journal that you can get pretty inexpensively, but it could be slips of paper. It could be a calendar that you write on the sidebar every day, 3 things you're grateful for. It could be a notes app of some sort on your phone. So it doesn't have to be this book that you carry around unless you want it to be. It could be anything that you're just writing something down, or even a voice kind of journal where you just flip on the voice on your phone and make a recording of things you're thankful for. It is the practice of it. You could also do a gratitude jar, and either you do it just for yourself, or you could even make this a family project. You have this jar, slips of paper, and every day 1 thing goes on a slip of paper. And then when you get to Thanksgiving again, you could have the whole family, or you could go through and remember all the wonderful things that happened for the past 364 days. Change your language. This is a simple thing for gratitude. So change your language. Don't speak the negative into being. Speak the positive. Find something to be grateful for no matter what's happening. So negative language is kind of imprinted onto us even from childhood. And it takes a lot of effort. And so just changing your language a little bit is going to help you with a gratitude practice. How about writing little thank you notes or messages of gratitude to people who mean something to you? You could do something like that, of just even a little email to someone who's meant something to you. You could volunteer. I work at the local state museum. I train all of our volunteers, so volunteerism is very near and dear to me. I feel like I could do, a top 7 reasons why you should volunteer, and there are going to be a lot of these exact same reasons. because when you volunteer, you kind of step out of whatever's going on in your life and you're focusing on something else, something bigger than just your life. And you are allowing other people to kind of come into your life and you go into their life and you're helping out. So volunteerism is a great step to take if you want to start a daily gratitude practice. Even random acts of kindness, giving to the community in some way, even a little way, will help you start and continue this practice of gratitude. So I'd like you to consider that you will commit to at least 2 months of your daily practice before you give up and say, this isn't working. Because it takes about 66 days to form a habit. That's about 2 months. So at least do it for 2 months and see what changes in your life. And unfortunately, you're not going to remember what is changing unless you're writing stuff down. So this is another reason why the gratitude journal you see mentioned so often. Because we will forget how bad things were. We will forget our health. We'll forget that we weren't sleeping well. We weren't falling asleep very well at all, let alone having good sleep or health issues or chronic pain. So we have to write that stuff down to remember it. And when you catch yourself comparing yourself to other people and to other situations, stop that. So that is a very practical tip of practicing gratitude every day. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Another thing that you can do, which is very simple, is start saying thanks for meals if you don't do that. And it doesn't have to be some super syrupy, long, even Christian prayer. I know that that's, a lot of what is associated even with childhood for a lot of people is saying this long prayer over the meal and the food's getting cold while you're waiting for someone to finish their prayer. That's not what I'm talking about. It does not even have to be a prayer that has anything to do with the divine if you are not religiously or spiritually inclined. But still giving thanks for your food is an important step that you could choose to take to help you with your daily gratitude. So there is a prayer that I really like. It's very simple. It says, "Bless this food, the bounty of the earth upon our table. And for all those that made it possible, we are grateful." Or if you go to secularseasons.org, there's some humanist prayers that I found there. This one says, "We are thankful for the food on this table. We are thankful for our time together. Our thoughts go out to family and friends. We hope they're safe and well." And just saying that's quick, and it's offering gratitude, thankfulness for what you have in front of you. So many people save their grateful spirit for Thanksgiving. Every once in a while during the year, they'll be thankful, they'll be grateful for something. But I want you to really consider practicing Thanksgiving every single day. The benefits will absolutely change your life. It has been proven scientifically that they will change your life. So my challenge to you is that as you go into Thanksgiving tomorrow, if you're in America or regardless of where you are in the world, whatever day you listen to this, start it either today or tomorrow, even 5 minutes a day, and you could do the 2 months and see how it goes. But my challenge is do it for a year. Do it until this day, the next year. And I'm offering you a jump start on that. So if you are on Facebook, I have a group called 40 Days of Practicing Gratitude. And it takes you through 40 days of exercises that help you establish your practice. So that is almost the 66 days that you need. So it's a great jump start to establishing your practice. If you would like to join this group for free, I will leave the link below. So feel free to click on that. It is a private group, so you'll have to apply for membership, and I will let you in there. And it is self-paced and just a wonderful way to get things going. So Oprah has a quote that says, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." So I leave you with that quote to think about. And for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow, happy Thanksgiving from Pam at Belle Book and Candle. Thank you for watching, and please, if you enjoy the videos you're seeing here, I would love to have you subscribe, love to have you support me on Patreon. There's a lot of really cool things that I do there. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you.